And what's going on is, let's see, that you get AC current from the wall, and it goes into this little box that has, well, a volume control, but it turns the AC current into DC through a transformer, and then stored in capacitors that make it come like a steady high voltage out. From that, it goes into a tube, and this is part of, well, a series of tubes, but to illustrate it roughly, we have a plate and a grid. One gives off electrons, and the other one captures it. This is how we get amplification, making a low signal louder, okay? So what I'm trying to show today is it's not only going to get louder, but it has this fuzzy quality of distortion, because what happens is the more you turn the volume up, it'll get to a saturated point where it just really doesn't get louder, but it becomes fuller and fuller and fuller and fuller to a point where what you hear is more distorted. Does that make sense? And so this goes with the whole African tradition of muddying tone to make them more musically pleasable. At any rate, through another transformer and basically into your speaker. They're fairly inexpensive, lightweight, and for their size, really loud and balanced for a guitar. So Charlie Patton and Blind Willie Johnson and Blind Willie McTell and Lemon Jefferson and Blind Blake, you get my drift, they all played this type of guitar. Hey, wake up mama, turn your lamp down low. Wake up mama, turn your lamp down low. Got the nerve, child, tell me for me. I woke this morning, had them stage through. I woke this morning, had them stage through. Looked over in the corner, Grandma had them too. So this was a type of guitar used in country picnics and fish and fries. It's fairly loud. You think so? It's nice. It's not as loud as that metal body I brought in. But along with the electric instruments, this particular little amplifier was made to pair with a lap steel with the Hawaiian craze, henceforth Oahu. My wife calls it my lunchabox. That's Italian for lunchabox. Got your little lunchabox. Amplification comes in and things start to change. And this particular pickup, I should look at the pot to see when it is, but it's possible it's from the 40s, probably from the 50s. So what I'm trying to do is update this old guitar that I already have. So this became a trend that people would get an amplifier, but they already have a guitar, and so all you need is this pickup. The pickup didn't originally come with it, okay? So this is added in without changing the guitar. So already you can hear it like being louder, you know? it's like it makes the musician responds to it, and the music is going to be played in a way differently. The guitar in particular, because it becomes like it becomes more of a lead instrument. Okay, you just heard it. Like all these like surprises start to come at you, like the harmonics and the sustain and the overdrive that inherently weren't in just the acoustic sound. And wow, you deal with it, and it's, you know, this particular rig I find really fun. What happens is you end up like, it's too many notes, that where before pushing those notes made sense, but with this barking and screaming and kicking, it's less as in a way is more, and it becomes more vocal-like, more of a, again, lead instrument. So I have this in my hand. This is a frailing technique that I've been playing. Then you have the strumming technique, used to pick then. And then the single string with the pick. And so these are, I find that is something that is lost in interpretation in what I've been teaching you. And this single string lead, again, really comes into play with the electric instrument, the electric amplification. And T-Bone Walker, again, will really be breakthrough with it, and it progresses into B.B. King and Otis Rush. Let's move on to the section 3, where harmonica becomes an important part of bands and the lead instrument. And we'll start with Sonny Boy 1, bringing it into the recording medium as a lead instrument. He would play it with his hands, thusly, and have a microphone in front of him. He uses the cross harp technique, which accesses the drawn holes as opposed to the blown holes in this diatonic harmonica. This harmonica is in the key of A, so I'm going to play something in the key of A. Let's go backwards there. So, blown notes, key of A is in the root of the song A. We'll drop our guitar key down to E, use the same harmonica but accent or utilize the cross harp technique with the drawn notes. Again, this lets you get those blue notes and the pentatonic scale. So you notice I'm playing the harmonica and guitar at the same time because I can stick it on this rack. And often, as musicians would go from typically a harmonica into a more complicated instrument, they would preserve that by using this rack. I mean, Robert Johnson would make one, but Jimmy Reed would be the one in our Section 3 that really uses that. And it still has the open air acoustic quality that comes with the just blowing it in the air, because it's not handheld. Both of them would hold the harmonica and play with a microphone in front of them. So you can manipulate it with your hand, you can manipulate it with your mouth. I showed you pictures of Sonny Boy sticking it in his mouth and playing it all which way. Which takes it away a little bit from the Jimmy Reed feel, which is much more acoustic. By using this fairly a small, cheap harmonica, he can stick a whole mess inside of his cupped hands. And this is going to probably get loud. But the sound that he gets really transforms the harmonica from an open air machine and it becomes really articulate. It has shoulders on it, I would call it. And I'm afraid to turn this up too high because it likes to squeal. Like such a different instrument, you know. So this is this is really extreme. Like, by getting it louder, okay, is one thing, but all this fuzz and feedback, and it's new things to deal with, and it's an exciting time for musicians. Down my sweet baby's house. She sat down on the step. She said, "Come in." Yeah, my husband just had left. My husband just left me by myself. Walked on in, man. I sat down. Sit down. I can't understand. She go come there. Yeah, whiskey for